everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Dojo Plants, and today we are doing some more daily sheets for a daily planner, which can be used to help narrow things down each day, so that way you're not getting so stressed and overwhelmed. I am going in with my printables. You can find them on my website. I have them linked down in the description below, and we're continuing on with using some Happy Planner sticker books. So today I have Mod Sketches, Mystic Blooms, Positive Year, Perfect Year, and Spring Field. So let's go ahead and get started and kind of see what's going to work with what. So we're going to start with a vertical first. And I'm kind of just looking at the books to see what I think will work, better. Okay, so it looks like I have two books I think will work well in the horizontal. So I think the other books will just go ahead and use in here. Let's start with the Perfect Year and see what this one. I love this one. So this one is seasonal though. So I kind of want to stick in like the spring / summertime. It is kind of hard though because everything in here is very seasonal. So I don't feel like there's a ton of things that you can use since we're already kind of past, we're already past St. Patrick's Day. So it's like these stickers are pretty much unusable. But we kind of have some other, and then of course like Easter's already passed, so it kind of makes it a little hard, but I think we'll still be able to figure out something. So we have some washi strip stickers. So I'm going to start by grabbing one of those and getting these placed in here. Let's just go with the simple, they're little paw prints. I know it's kind of hard to see, but they are little paw prints, which are super cute. And then I did see some cute flower bed, there we go, stickers that I figured would be great to layer on. So let's use these in here. If I could lay them down, that would be fabulous. So I'm going to grab a couple of those and lay them down in here. I do have, well, those have the bunny ears on them. So I guess we're going to stay away from those. Let's do, I don't know. Let's do this hello today. Hello today. And then I don't think there's a ton of, there's not a ton of functional, smaller stickers. So we will have to kind of figure that out, but maybe I can layer at least that on there to kind of help. There's monthly box stickers, which isn't really what I want. That is my only beef with this one, is it doesn't have a lot of things. And then the one that I have, they have the little bunny ears, and I'm like, we're past Easter. Don't want the bunny ears. I'm going to try cutting them off, but still leaving a little bit of the border. So that way I still can have a little bit of a layering element. So I'm going to stick that in there. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with the green. Just going to give it a little chop. And we'll just set that little bunny sticker aside. And then that way I can still have a little bit of a layering element. But then my problem lies is there's not a lot of other things that I can put in here. So I don't know. Okay, well, we have some other functional stickers that can be used, so we can go ahead and use some of those. Let's do the pink, since I do have pink in here. I'm gonna do those. Where did the kitties go? Okay, well, we have this one. These are kind of cute. They're in the little window moments. So I'm actually going to take a couple of those and kind of make a little scene moment here with some windows. And then I think I'm actually going to go back to those monthly boxes Yes, let's go back to those. I also didn't lay that down very well. Ah, I dropped it. I dropped the ball, literally. And then let's add this little kitty to cover that up a little bit. There we go. I feel like that looks pretty cute. For what I have to work with, I don't feel like that turned out terrible. It definitely could be better, but it's really hard because this doesn't give you a ton to work with. So kind of just making it work with what we have, which is okay. Okay, I think that's good for that one. I think we're probably going to run into a similar problem with the dog version, but that's the cat version. So let's set that one aside, and we're going to switch gears, and we're going to go to a horizontal. And I have two books that will work pretty well with horizontal. So let's start with Springfields and see what this one has in it, because this one's definitely a vibe. So I'm just going to flip through here and kind of see. Okay, we have washi strip moments. We have things that'll work great with the horizontal vibe. So I'm excited for that. I'm trying to see how long these pieces are because it's really hard to see how far they go. That one's perfect. And I saw some really great, yes. Look at that. Perfect for a horizontal. They're just a little bit longer, but I feel like that's better than being too short. So I'm like, we'll go with it. I'll take it. And then we have some fun, like, layered looks. So these could be fun. Kind of get some layer. I can either add another one of those, or I could do something different, which there are some other ones that I could just layer some boxes on, so maybe we should do that. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm actually going to layer. I don't know if this one actually had boxes. I guess I should have looked before I did that. Okay, it does. Whew. That was a close one, and these ones kind of match the same vibe too. So we'll stick one of these down there, and then I have some smaller ones that I can kind of mix in here for some extra layering and extra places to put some to-dos. Okay, so far so good. I do like this one a lot. We have some little flower pieces. Just trying to decide what direction I want to go. Are those quotes? Did I just see a quote? I did. Let's do this. You can and you will. Or should I put that up here? Maybe I should put them up here. You can and you will. As like a little quote area. And then maybe down at the bottom is where we can put some of the decorations. So we can take some of these flower pieces and we'll just decorate the bottom a little bit so it's not boring. Kind of spiff it up just a little. I wish there were like smaller pieces. There's not really a lot of small vibe pieces, but I'll make it work with what we have. I'm just trying to cover that bottom up a little bit. There aren't any standalone quotes in here is my only, that was kind of like the only quote things I had. So that's kind of a bummer because that's, you know, what we need. But I think overall, this is fine. Here we have this. Oh my gosh, as I drop it, we have this. It's a perfect day to start that I'm going to add in there as well. Cool. Okay, so that was Springfields. That one overall was pretty easy to use. Flipping it over, now I'm going to go in with Mystic Blooms. I love this book. I've already used it for something. I don't even remember what I used it for. But there are some like kind of horizontal vibe stickers. They are a lot bigger, so that is something I'll have to kind of remember They are bigger in here, but I think we can make it work. I really like this. Nice, pretty pink. And then I'm trying to go and find all of the pieces here. And then that way I can kind of decide what I want to add. So I am going to end up changing my layout quite a bit, because if I put all of these in here, it is going to cover up all the checklist, which I don't necessarily want to do that. So I think we can kind of make do with doing some of our own. So maybe on this one, I can do a quote box. So I'll do a quote box here, and I'll add a square. That way that can still be a functional spot. And then again, I'm going to add another square. Add one here. And I don't know, maybe I'll add something else there. Maybe a decoration, or I don't really know. I don't know what should go there. Let's see. I guess I should actually look and see what I have. I'm going to take this priority sticker, because we have one of those, and that's always nice to have. Let's add that in there. I feel like I need to figure out how to get more of this pink color in here, because I don't have a lot of it. But of course, I'm not seeing a ton of options for that pink color, so that's cool. Of course, the one color I choose that is completely different. Okay, let's add this shape. I don't know why. Let's just try it. Let's try it. Okay, I'm going to hunt for more of that pinky color, and they actually might be in some of the decorations now that I'm kind of looking at it a little bit more. It actually might be kind of where that pink is kind of showing up, is in some of the decorations. We have it a little bit in here. It's a little darker, but I feel like that works just fine. We'll make that work, and then I can go in with some more of the decorations. Give it to me. Stick that over there. And we have more of these like flower pieces. I kind of bring in more of that pink. But then I also have the orange in here. So I feel like I need to add some of the orange. I don't know, this one might be a little all over the place. I did not pick one theme. We kind of ended up with multiple, so my bad. But you know what? We're gonna make it work. It's kind of fun and different because I don't normally use all the shapes and the other things that are in here, so I feel like it kind of makes it look a little bit different than what I'm used to doing. I did see quotes. Nope, we don't want create your own adventure, because I literally already have that quote. So let's get something different. Some different quote options. And then we have more of some of the butterflies that match this picture. So I'm just going to put some more of those in there to kind of fill in. And I think that's it. Maybe we'll add a little bit of the blue flowers so it matches that a little bit better. Okay, I think that's good. So that was Mystic Blooms, and I've almost used this whole page. So now it just looks crazy until I guess that page is gone. I'm still just not, I'm not getting over this packaging, you guys. It's not happening. It's just not my favorite. Like, I don't understand why we had to make a change in the first place. Okay, Mod Sketches next. I haven't used this one yet at all, but I do like this one a lot. I think this one's really fun. But we'll see if it's easy to use on its own, because I honestly don't know. There's big quotes in here. Yes, big quotes. I'm not seeing any washi strip things, which is okay. I always just like to check for them because I feel like daily sheets are the main time I get to use them. So it's always good to check for them anyway. Okay, let's figure out what we want to use as far as the actual areas in here. Okay, this kind of takes care of me not having to do a checklist, or not checklist, sorry, layering boxes. That kind of takes care of that for me, so I don't have to put the effort into making it. And then we can take one of these for our decoration. And then I think I'm going to go with the black since it's nice and bold. And we'll take this and stick this in here. Okie dokie. And then I did see some squares somewhere. So let's grab one of those. And that square, those squares somehow fit perfectly. Usually the squares are a little bit smaller, so I'm kind of surprised that those actually fit. That's exciting. I think using circles would actually be more fun today. We have some like little circle pieces that I'm thinking would be more fun for some layering. Ooh, I like that. Okay. I like it. Okay, what else do we have? We have decoration. We do have quotes. Gotta love a good quote. Fill in. And then we have lots of decoration with this book. We have quite a bit, so I can add in all the things we have. Well, now I just put gold in here. I guess I wasn't thinking about that when I first laid that down. And now I just put this all not straight. Oh my gosh, it's getting worse. I'm making it worse. Okay. That was not working. Okay, so we're just going to add in some of these flowers. I think there's some black ones too. So I don't want to add in a ton of the gold, but I am trying to get a good amount of it in here. I think there were black ones. Okay, good, there are. Whew. I was going to be real stressed out if there wasn't any black, but there is. So I'm going to stick a couple of those in here. Kind of decorate some of this space. And then I feel like there were so many other things too. Ooh, we even have like the cream color, which is kind of fun because it's different. A lot different than trying to just use the other colors. Kind of fill in my page. These are just not coming up easily. Work with me. Oh gosh. Like bending the page in half to get them off. Okay, I'm digging that. Yeah, there's lots of options. Ooh, we even have these, which are some more of the flat pieces. Add some of those in here. Okay, I think that's good. I really like how that one turned out. I do really like this book. It has lots of decoration, has the functional. This one's a good one. It has a little bit of everything, which is nice. So that was Mod Sketches. All right, flipping that one over. Now we're going into Positive Year, which I think I'm going to run in kind of the same problem that I had with the cat version. They both also have pretty much the same type of stickers. Like I literally could make exactly the same spread, but we're going to try and do a little bit of a different version. So let's do I want to do a color this time, or do I want to go with the solid gold? Let's go with the color. Let's see how a color does for us. I don't know. This might be better. This might be worse. Who knows? Okay, well, we kind of have like school stuff, so maybe we kind of base this one off the school stickers, because the cats didn't have the school vibe stickers, so maybe we kind of focus on that. I am going to do the same thing I did on the other one with our little corner, and then maybe like one of the little cute doggies. That one is cute, to kind of fill in that area there. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with these boxes. I'm not going to use the window ones that we used in the cat one, so I'm going to grab different ones this time. So I'm going to choose both of these, and then I guess we'll choose. It's so hard. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I guess I could do a different season. Like, I could have done, but I don't want to. I want to stick in this season. Oh, this one has like a whole extra. Here, we have this one. Stay positive. And then this one has the, well, it goes into St. Patrick's stuff, but I have these, so maybe we'll stick these characters in here. We'll stick that corgi in there again, because the corgi is really cute. And then we have this guy, which I'm like, literally he's just going to be floating, because I don't have any quotes either, so that's not helpful. We have little puppy paws that I can stick in here. Little space filler things. Put some more of the books. I don't know. It's like, I like these books, and because I just think it's fun to have like pets and stuff, but I don't feel like they give you everything that you need to make an actual full spread, if that makes sense. Like, I think that's like the only issue I have, is it doesn't give you everything you need to make like a complete spread. Like, where's the quotes? You know, give me a seasonal dog related quote, because the only quotes we're getting are on like the full page, which is kind of a bummer. So I don't know. I am going to cover these up since I have these little stickers. Okay, well, this one's not my favorite. So, but you know, they can't all be winners, I guess. But I think it's just like, this one's hard. It's like, I think when we do summer, obviously it has sets in here that work, but then there's no quotes. So it's like, you know, it's just, I don't have enough to fill in that space unless I sacrifice like one of these bigger and layer and do that kind of thing, which I think is hard to do sometimes, especially for a daily sheet. But now we know. Now we know. Okay, let me go ahead and get my pages punched, and then we will take a look at all of them. All right, so we have page 1, which I definitely think the cat one turned out better than the dog one. So page 1. Page 2, I really, really like this one. This one's fun. Page 3, I just like this one because it's like bright and colorful. Page 4, I think this one's probably my favorite. And then finishing off with page 5. So there we go, you guys. Daily sheets all ready for another week. I so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!